Hello children, today we will start off with the 100 dresses and we will do the part second of that chapter. So you have already read about the main protagonist of the chapter, Wanda Petronsky, who's a Polish girl and who has suffered much bullying from the hands of her classmates, mainly Peggy and Maddie, and how she wins class 13's prestigious art competition in which she had drawn the 100 dresses that she claims to have been in possession. So you already know, and the story also began with the fact that Wanda has not been attending school for some time now, and nobody noticed it, nobody missed her. So it is very, very unfortunate that there's a student in the class who's been missing for some days and nobody's missing her. And the only time they tend to miss her is when they miss bullying her. And at the end, the class teacher informed the entire class that she has won the drawing competition. So all that has happened in part 1. Now let's begin with part 2, wherein we will understand where actually did Wanda Petronsky go, what happened to her, and what is the end resolution of the chapter, what is the message that this chapter tends to give you, right? So see, in the second part of the story, Wanda leaves the school without any prior information and she has not been attending the school. The student feel very ashamed of their behavior. Why? Because Miss Mason reads a letter that is sent to her by her father. Okay, Wanda's father sends a letter to the class teacher in which he mentions that my Wanda will not come to your school anymore. Jake also. So who's Jake? Probably Wanda's brother, elder brother, younger brother, we don't know. But we can assume that little brother Jake will also not come to the school anymore. Now we move away to big city. No more holler Pollack. No more ask why funny name. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Yours truly, Jan Petronsky. So Jan Petronsky is Wanda's father and he wrote a letter to Miss Mason describing that both the children probably had been suffering bullying in the class, in the school, and they cannot take it any longer, and that is why they will be moving to a bigger city, and they're moving away from the bigger city, and they will not be, subjected to all these kinds of bullies anymore. A deep silence met the reading of this letter. So now is that part of the story wherein Miss Mason has read the letter, and the children grew ashamed of whatever they had done to the little girl. Wanda's father obviously has described his emotions in as many words. As a father, also, it is very painful for a father to realize that his children are being subjected to bullying in school because they have a funny name, because they belong to a different country, because they belong to a different community altogether. And next comes in Miss Mason's reaction to the letter. What did she say? She says, I'm sure that none of the boys and girls in room 13 would purposely or deliberately hurt anyone's feelings because his or her name happened to be a long unfamiliar one. I prefer to think that what was said in thoughtfulness. I know that all of you feel the way I do, that this is very unfortunate thing to have happened, unfortunate and sad both, and I want you all to think about it. So the teacher also, she has not taken it by aggression, okay? She's not started telling these children very harshly that how dare you tease a girl in your school, how dare you tease a girl in the classroom, but she is also trying to put it in as many words, making the children realize that they should feel ashamed of the fact that they had been bullying a fellow classmate like that. Right? When she finished the letter, she understands the matter. She has understood that the girl might have gone through a lot of bullying and she would have been left in tears probably, but she does not want to hurt anybody else's feelings, right? And when Miss Mason left the class, everybody was silent, feeling ashamed of their behavior towards Wanda. Though Wanda's father hadn't blamed them, but Peggy and Maddie were guilty of their behavior. Maddie was very upset, though she had never teased Wanda directly. So we have learnt this in part 1, that she did not tease Wanda directly. Okay, Maddie never teased her directly because she herself was poor. Okay, she herself was poor, so she never teased her directly, but she was always a silent spectator. She was a partner in crime. She never actually stopped Peggy when she used to tease Wanda. It was Peggy actually who had teased Wanda every time, and both decide to go to home to seek forgiveness. So what they decide is that they will go to they will go to Wanda's home, and they will go and apologize to her and then probably bring her back. This shows that these are little children. They immediately realize what their fault was, and then they begin to repent whatever they had done. After the school was over, both Peggy and Maddie went to Wanda's house at Boggins Heights. Please remember the name of the society wherein she used to live. Peggy still believed she hadn't done any harm, but Wanda had taken it otherwise. So now, you know what happens जब आप एक बार ऐसे कुछ गलत कर लेते हो, तो sometimes you tend to believe कि नहीं नहीं हमने I did not mean it deliberately, मेरा वो मतलब नहीं था. That's the first defense that comes to you. The first defense that comes to you when you probably have erred with someone, you come up with the first excuse, which is नहीं नहीं मेरा वो मतलब नहीं था, आपने गलत समझ लिया, I did not mean to hurt you but you took it otherwise. So similarly, both the girls also are into this belief that they did not did it on purpose, it was just utter thoughtfulness, and they will just go apologize and everything will be fine, they will bring her back and things will get back to normal. So this is what they feel, and that's why they go to Boggins Heights. Wanda's house, there is a description in the book also about Wanda's house here. They tell us that Wanda's house had a worn down look but was neat and clean, just like her faded blue dress. But unfortunately, the most unfortunate thing was that the family had already left. So the family is gone, there's nobody in the house, and there's nothing more that you can do about it now. So both the girls obviously felt very very bad after that, what had happened, and Maddie felt very very upset that she would never be able to express her feelings to Wanda, that she actually was just a party to the harassment that she had gone through, and she never actually wanted to probably tease her or make her feel bad. A friendly letter. Now what is the next thing that they do? Peggy tried to defend herself, although she felt sorry for her behavior. She said if she hadn't teased Wanda about 100 dresses, she would not have gotten such an idea. So Peggy says that yeah, you know what, हमने उसको tease करा था इन 100 dresses के लिए, तभी तो उसको इतना बढ़िया idea आया ये 100 dresses draw करने का, and that is why she was able to win the competition. So she's again, the next defense comes in that way, that it was good that we had teased her. Okay, so then, but Maddie also took an important decision. And what was that important decision that Maddie took? Maddie said that she would never be silent to oppose, and she would oppose others. So अब उसने ये decide किया Maddie ने कि अगर आज के बाद कभी she witnesses Peggy doing anything wrong or probably teasing anybody else because of the race, because of the community, because of the name, she would never remain silent, and she would oppose her friend, and she would tell her that whatever she is doing is wrong. Okay, and they also wrote a letter telling Wanda about the result of the drawing competition, and they meant to ask for forgiveness and their mean behavior by doing so. So Maddie and Peggy waited for very long for a reply to come, but actually, see, these are little children. Do you think they had the address? Jan Petronsky, Wanda's father, did not leave them with any address. So they probably just posted the letter like that, or the letter was just lying in the house like that. They thought that probably somebody would return back to the house and they will check the letter. But none of that happened actually. And most of the times it happens. So, life is also like that. आप कुछ गलती करते हो, then probably somebody makes you realize कि आपने गलत करा है. But by the time you realize it and you seek forgiveness for it, it's too late. आप या तो उस रियल इंसान को मिलकर के उसको सॉरी नहीं बोल पाते हो, या it is too late to apologize and that person has moved on and they stop talking to you, and then things go very very bad. So that exactly happened with both the girls. Peggy and Maddie 100% realized their fault. They were ashamed of it. They tried in giving excuses to it also. But now Wanda is gone. Okay, she would never know. She would forever probably live with the scars of the fact that she went to a particular school in America and it was a very high level school, and then she was teased by the children over there. So that the mistake is done. The scars will remain with her. She will never know that she won the drawing competition. She will never know that these two girls felt very very bad, and they actually were ashamed of the fact, the entire class was ashamed of the fact that they had teased her. They had not bothered to pay attention to her. They had not bothered to be friends with her. So all that the person who is gone will never know. Okay, so the main idea of the story, last in the end both these girls are consoling each other. So the entire idea of the story is just to make you understand that at times, you are unaware of the fact that you are hurting anybody. Probably you're not even doing it on purpose, you just do it like that at the friction of the moment, and then there's nothing more that you can do about it. You're just left like that, wherein you cannot do the damage control. So it's a very very beautiful story, and please take it as a real life example. Stop, if you've been teasing anybody, I would suggest that stop doing that. If you've hurt somebody, stop giving excuses to that and quickly meet the person and apologize for the things that you've done. So that's pretty much from me. What I would want you to do is just quickly go back to the video of chapter 1 also, so that you can connect to both the stories. Very very important character sketches of Wanda Petronsky, character sketch of Peggy, character sketch of Maddie, because these are three main characters. While Peggy is a girl who's rich, who's pretty, who's got everything in life, everything is fair enough for her, and she, how does she entertain herself? She takes to bullying others and she entertains herself. Maddie is a sidekick. Okay, she is herself poor. She is scared that if her friend stops teasing everybody else because she herself is poor, Peggy might start teasing her. She is just a sidekick. She knows at times that Peggy, whatever she's doing, is wrong, but she never stops her. In the end, she realizes it and then vows to, probably stands up for the right next time. And Wanda, on the other hand, she is a character which is mostly missing in the story. She never has a real dialogue in the part 2 per se, but she is a ghost protagonist who's always there by not being there. Okay, uh, the good thing that you learn from the girl is to show her resentment, not exactly resentment, but to show her feelings by forms, various forms such as art. Whatever sorrow she had gone through, whatever demeanor she had been through, she puts it across very nicely through her drawings. She never retaliated, she got never got angry, she was just quiet. She was very very calm, very very composed, polite, courteous girl, and left without saying anything to anybody. So it's a very nice story. I hope you enjoyed studying it, and I will be sending you the assignment shortly. Please be watchful. Thank you.